Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm Chase, and I'll just be going over the arteries of the pelvis and lower limbs today. All right. And so to begin, we just got a small diagram here, just really giving a general idea of where these arteries are at and what they lead to. And so to begin, there's like three iliac arteries. The first one up top here, you can kind of see there's an arrow pointing to it. It's a larger artery that obviously connects the two other iliac arteries. So you have the common iliac artery up at the top. Then you have the internal iliac artery, which just branches off that common one. Internally, I guess. And then you have an external iliac artery that basically goes the other way externally. All right, and then right underneath of that, you have the femoral artery, which basically branches off the common iliac artery. It's a larger artery that kind of goes down the leg, and then we don't have to worry about that deep femoral artery, that medium circumflex artery either. However, I'd like to point out that lateral circumflex artery is is what I would like to kind of consider our lateral femoral artery. And so that lateral circumflex is a specific artery in itself. However, the lateral femoral artery, for which we're trying to discuss here, branches off of that femoral artery and will actually, it's like the origin. Your lateral femoral artery is like your origin for your two circumflex arteries. Okay, so it's just that larger artery that those two circumflex arteries branch off of. All right, and then down below here, we're around that knee region. We got the popliteal artery. We all know the popliteal region is like behind the knee, and so our popliteal artery is obviously the artery that runs behind the knee. And then our last two at the bottom here, located by the red X's, are just our tibial arteries. We got an anterior tibial and then a posterior tibial. Obviously, anterior, that artery is just going to run right in front of the tibia or like the shin bone. And then our posterior is going to run right behind the shin bone or the tibia. All right. And then these arteries down below here, we don't need to worry about yet. So. All right. And then lastly, for the memorization technique here, obviously I already went through these. So we got the common iliac artery, internal iliac artery, external iliac artery, femoral artery, lateral femoral artery, popliteal artery, and then our anterior and posterior tibial arteries. And now the memorization technique that I came up with was just a pretty, it was just a pretty simple kind of acronym. And so I came up with iliac ice flap. Okay, I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun to say. And so I threw iliac in there just in the beginning, just to remind you that. So our abbreviation for ICE there is going to be just our iliac arteries. And so we have an internal iliac artery, a common iliac artery, and then an external iliac artery. Okay, so ICE. And then after that, we begin our kind of flap portion of our acronym. And so we'll begin with our femoral artery, and then our lateral femoral artery, and then our anterior tibial artery, our posterior tibial artery, and then our popliteal artery. And as you can see, I got these red numbers kind of off to the side, and it's the way that I kind of group them up as arteries as well. It was kind of like four groups, or even three, just with popliteal as itself in a group. And so the ones obviously are going to be your iliac arteries, and then the twos, femoral arteries, threes, tibial arteries, and then, like I said, the popliteal is all by itself there. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I think the abbreviation is kind of nifty, fun to say, maybe play around with a little bit. But that's all I got for you today. So I hope you enjoyed.